Welcome to another video class. This is the first part about Unit 15 and the topic is innovation. So I'm gonna teach you the words breakthrough, innovation, prototype, borderline, achievement, feature, mass production, and generic product. Okay, let's go. So what is innovation? Just think about it for a moment. What is innovation? How would you describe innovation? Please pause and think about that for a while. Well, we go here. It's something new, a new method. It can be an idea, it can be a product. Of course, the noun is innovation. The verb is to innovate. And my question is to you, why is innovation important for companies? Why should you invest money for that? Pause and think for a moment. Why should companies invest in innovation? Think about that and pause. Well, with innovation, you make sure that you will have new products. Consumers might be quickly bored with your products, and also your competitors are changing their products all of the time. So in order to stay in business, in order to be competitive or to have a competitive advantage, you need to be innovative. And especially when you're the first with a certain product, you can make sure that you market your product as the real thing, and the other ones are copycats or fake. So in that way you make your brand cool because you're the first one to do it. Because of course the fear of companies is that they will invest money in innovation and other companies will copy that. That's the risk. Let's continue. So let me quickly go to a video I have for you here. Maybe you've seen it already. Here it is. Okay. So, some time ago, there was this phone. You could buy it. Do you think when this phone came in, was released, and people could buy it, was it seen as an innovative product? What do you think? And right now, if I have a cell phone that looks like this at the WAM, what will people think of me? Is it still cool? Is it still innovative? I don't think so, no. What I'm trying to show here is that it depends what there's a subjective element towards innovation, and also it depends on on the context. There were times that this phone was very innovative. And what do you think? What do you think was the price of this first phone? I'm not sure, but I think it was $1,000, maybe more. It was very expensive. It's also, if there's a new breakthrough technology, the first products will be very expensive, but later on the price will decrease. And right now, mobile phones are available for everyone. Okay, so this is the evolution of the mobile phone. And there have been many improvements, and of course innovation can be a continuous thing. It doesn't need to be a one-time thing. And then here are examples of innovation. Well, the first one is the Post-it. My question to you is, do you think the Post-it is an innovative product when it came out? Of course, this is subjective, but I believe that this was an innovative product. There was nothing like that on the market, and it doesn't have to be high-tech to be innovative. Then microfinance. Well, let me explain. Supposedly, Fatima is selling cookies, and she's poor and she lives in near Wembes. She cannot lend money from banks, but there are NGOs who want to help people with aid, and they can provide small loans to people who need it. And then she can get a loan like that. She will start her business and she will pay back the loan later. Well, that concept is quite innovative. And also think about, my question is, go to Unit 12, go to the vocabulary, and there's one word that is also a social innovation, because microfinance, you can see it as a social innovation. It's a different way of organizing things, and that can also be innovative. It doesn't have to be high-tech like the last picture. That's the 3D games. And which word of the words of the vocabulary can be was an innovation when it came out first? Pause, please, and have a look at the vocabulary of Unit 12. Pause. My answer would be fair trade. Fair trade coffee or fair trade products. That was an innovative concept. This means that producers in developing countries get a bit of more money for what they produce, and consumers, they appreciate that they appreciate buying something for which they know it has been produced under good circumstances and the producer got a fair price for it, or more or less a fairer price, a price that is more fair. Okay, let's continue. This is facial recognition. You can pay by facial recognition, a very innovative technology. First word we're gonna talk about, a feature. I have a phone, it's a very simple phone. I bought it for 300 Cordobas. You're probably gonna laugh at me when I show it, but I like one feature of it. It has Tetris. I can play Tetris on that cheap phone, and that is a feature that I like. A feature are, yeah, the characteristics of a product, the things it can do. For instance, if you want to make a product that can wake people up by giving small electric shocks, I would say, well, you can add some features to that product. Make sure it shows the time. That is a feature. Another feature is that you can also wake up with music. So put an MP3 there. That can also be a feature. So, and also, so feature is the things a product can do. Breakthrough technology. Well, take a moment. Pause and think, what can be a breakthrough technology? What can be an example of that? Look in the past, what technologies were really important for us? Can you think about examples of breakthrough technologies? Technologies that really, after that invention or discovery, a lot of new products were released using that technology. Let's have a look. Here, the most important breakthrough technology ever. What do you think about the printing press? To print on paper, a very important technology, and this had a huge impact on society. Electricity. What do you think about electricity? Very important. I mean, I couldn't do this without electricity, what I'm doing right now. Penicillin. It saved a lot of lives. Antibiotics. Yes. Semiconductor electronics. Almost all technical devices have these chips, these electronics inside of them. Very important technology. Optical lenses, paper. Let's see, vaccination. The internet, of course. Why not? The internet. Let's see. Refrigeration, gunpowder. All breakthrough technologies had a huge impact on society, also affected a lot of technologies that came after that. So those are breakthrough technologies. Okay, let's continue. Also, please go also to your book and look up the definitions of your book. I'm not reading those out loud because you can just read them by yourself, but please go to your book. Try to find the definition of breakthrough technology and also of feature there. So you get a better notion of what those words mean. Pause and go to the vocabulary of your book, please. Next word, a borderline product. Do you know that song? It's a song by Madonna. Borderline. I think I'm going to lose my mind. The song is okay. It's not a great song. This is if a product is not, doesn't fall into one category. For instance, you have medicines, you have pills, clearly pharmaceutical, for pharmaceutical purposes, and you have food. That is clearly the food category. But you also have some food products with pharmaceutical ingredients in it. Those kind of products are borderline products. They fall into different categories, so they're a borderline product. It can also be a cosmetic product with pharmaceutical ingredients. And this makes it difficult because the rules that are set up are mostly set up for either food or for either pharmaceuticals. There are different rules, different standards, so it gets a bit complicated, these borderline products. A generic product, okay. Well, my company, we are happy. We have a patent, but 20 years later, I will lose that patent, and then everybody is able to make that same medicine. I have had 20 years to make money and to make sure I get the money back that I have invested in research for that. But then it will, after that, after the 20 years, it will be a generic product, and everybody will be able to produce that product. So, what do you think? Paracetamol, is that a patented drug or is it a generic product? Of course, it's a generic product, and that means that you can only you just choose this. People probably choose the cheapest one because it doesn't so matter which one you choose. Of course, some companies will want to brand their product to make it give a special feeling or something, but generic products, everybody is free to produce it. It's not protected by a patent infringement or by trademark infringement. A prototype. Now, what do you think is a prototype? It shows, an example is in the picture, but what do you think is a prototype? Well, a prototype is like the first example of a product. For instance, if this is a car, do you think this car is 100% safe if it's the first one that has been produced? I don't think so. A prototype is the first product and you want to show it to people to see what are their reactions. You want to show it to investors. Hey, this is my product. What do you think of it? Are you willing to invest in this product? You know, like Shark Tank. Do you know that program, Shark Tank? Yes. And that's a prototype. Then mass production. Mass production, if a product is ready for mass production, it means it has been tested and it can be produced in large quantities. So and then sold to consumers. So probably it goes hand in hand with a marketing campaign to make sure that people will buy those products. For instance, if you have found a cure for cancer, can you then produce that product? Can you say, oh, now we're ready for mass production? No. You first have to test it for 3 years, and when there are no side effects or something, then you are ready for mass production. What's the link between a generic drug and mass production? Think about this for a minute and pause. Of course, a generic drug is ready for mass production because it's already on the market. So, what's the link between a prototype and mass production? Pause and think about this for a minute. Pause. A prototype is not ready for mass production because it's just to show what the product will look like, and maybe you need to make a lot of changes before it's ready for mass production. It still needs to be tested. Yes. So if something mass production, the product is ready for mass production. Okay, now we have this. Put these in the right order. So what comes first, what comes second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Put these steps in the right order. There may be several right answers, but please try to do it. And pause, so you can do this exercise right now. Thanks. Please pause, please. So where do you start? You can start with imagining, or you can start with a breakthrough in technology. I think it's more logical that it starts with a breakthrough in technology outside of your company. There's a new technology and you want to do something with that. So you want to do something with that, then you go imagine, oh, what kind of products what can we do with this new technology? And you think also about the needs of customers. What are the needs of customers? How can we address certain needs they have or certain problems they have? Then you're going to design the product. What is it going to look like? Then you will build a prototype. That prototype you will present to potential customers to see, do they like it? What do we need to change? But it can also be used for investors. So people, please invest in my product. It's amazing. After that, of course, after the prototype, you still can do some designing, and you're going to test more. You're going to do more testing after you have the prototype, and when it's ready, of course, you start a marketing campaign, and then you're ready for mass production. When you know the product is safe, people will like it, you can sell it, the costs are not too high of the product, then you are ready for mass production, and you're gonna produce it, and then you're gonna sell it, and then you're gonna get the money back you have invested in this process. So it's first breakthrough, then imagining, design, prototype, testing, maybe change the design again, have another prototype, testing more, maybe designing more, testing more, and then in the end you're ready for mass production. But you also have to make sure you have the machines, you have the people to produce it, and you can produce it with high quality. All right. Next one. Wait. There's one word we haven't talked about yet. That's the word achievement. Achievement, because it's a quite simple word, I think. But you can look up please look up the meaning in the book of the word achievement. And please try to do this gap fill exercise. Please try to do it without looking at the vocabulary. And then after that, you can do it over again and check your answers and have a look at the vocabulary. So first do it without the vocabulary and then check the book. And if maybe you don't know how to which word is something, and then try to choose which is the best word of the vocabulary. Please pause and do this exercise. Please pause. You are not pausing. Please pause. Please pause right now. Pause. Okay, number 1, achievement. I am really proud to present our new product. I see this as a great achievement. It is a really new product, truly innovative. It is hard to say in which product category it falls, as it falls between two product categories. It falls into the borderline of two product categories. First, we had to design the product on paper. It took us 6 months before we had the first prototype. We have tested it thoroughly, and now we believe we are ready for mass production of this product. We hope people appreciate this product just as much as we do. This product has a lot of features such as Bluetooth connection in order to connect the product to your phone, and it can analyze your health within a second or two. Okay, so please check your answers. Now I want you please send me a mail about this, but nobody ever sends me a mail. Please send me a short mail about your thoughts. You can do about 2 things. Think about a problem, imagine a product. What is a problem you have, and what kind of innovative product would you like to have for that? Something that's not available yet. If it's already available, it doesn't matter so much. You can choose any product you want, as long as it is a bit innovative. You can have a drone that follows you when you're on a holiday and makes pictures of you and your surroundings. And try to use the vocabulary here. So, and you see here the vocabulary so far. So please send me a short mail with a few sentences about this. Please pause and do this, because this was the exercise, the lesson of this time. Thank you very much, and I hope you got it. So I will. Oh wait, I want to ask you. So, what is a technology that is really going to change a lot of things? That is a technology. What kind of technology is that? A technology. A breakthrough technology. Okay, there's this cosmetics, but cosmetics with pharmaceutical ingredients in them. So that is a product. What kind of product? A product. What kind of product is that? Pause, please. That is a borderline product. I have the first product here. It doesn't work. It works a little bit, not perfectly, but this is we haven't produced it on a large scale yet. But this is the first product we have. The first product you can try out. What is that called? That is called a. Pause, please. Prototype. And then a product that hasn't got a patent anymore. Everyone can produce it. That is a product. What kind of product? A. Pause, please. A generic product. Yes. And then what else do we have here? Oh yes, we're ready to produce this product on a large scale. So it's ready for production. What kind of production? Mass production. Yes, let's quickly see. Do I have everything here? Oh yes, and my phone has Tetris on it. So that's a really cool. What? My phone has. I can play Tetris on my phone. So that is a really cool. What? A really cool feature. Thanks.